What's up, guys? Different type of video today. We're at my shop, early morning, and Greg just met me here. Say hi to Greg. We got a 13+ hour road trip ahead of us. We're headed south. We're going to Texas. We got to pick up a special item, so let's go. All right, 7:43 p.m. arrival. What's your guess? What time will we actually get there?
Well, we're gonna make up some time, but we're also gonna lose some more time than what we're gonna make up. So
You're traveling with an old man, dude. I'll probably do the bathroom at least 10 times.
I'm guessing we'll probably lose 27 minutes.
Okay, so Greg says we'll get there about 8 p.m. I'm thinking we're gonna get there at 8:35. So I'm not a speeder. If Greg gets a hold of the wheel, we'll probably get there at 7:35.
That's right.
We'll see. Look at that. We've been going now for how long, Greg? 10:59, and we just made it to St. Louis. In fact, I'll show you the arch here. We're coming up on the arch, and check out that time. Time of arrival has gone down by 12 minutes. Not bad. We got some red traffic. Still in Illinois, almost to St. Louis, and I've had to go to the bathroom for easily 2.5 hours, and I kept saying I was going to hold it. I'm just going to hold it for a little bit longer. Now what I'm trying to do is make it into Missouri, because I think we're gonna leave Illinois, and I'm hoping that diesel prices are a little bit cheaper because we don't have to pay that Illinois tax. I'm hoping I can fill up one time and make it all the way down the rest of our trip. We have 550 miles to go. I think I can do it. What the heck, man? We literally waited. I'm 5 hours into this trip, finally decided to take a bathroom break. Greg found me a Casey's, which if you don't know what Casey's is, you're probably not from the Midwest. It was $4.09 for diesel at almost every place we've passed in the last hour. We get to Casey's, $4.69. So what do we spend, Greg? What's our first fill up? 140.51. So we put 29 gallons in. Let's see what that does for our mileage, because we've been cranking out some miles, dude. All right, let's go find a place to eat. Thanks for filling up, because I had to go to the bathroom really bad. Hey, wait. Do the honors.
Oh, you want me to even it out?
Yeah, you can't end like that. Get me to like something good.
Let's go. We go 7. I always go 7.5.
No, go to 141. Go to 141. Even numbers, dude. You better make it. Yes. Okay. So I just filled up the tank. Let's see if we, let's see, which way do I go? I think I go this way.
It's a bad number.
That's a bad number, but that's 660 miles till empty, dude.
It's a lot of miles.
And we've only got 481 left, so we'll make it. I don't know how, but Greg somehow talked me to Taco Bell. It's kind of like Chipotle in a sense that it's Mexican food, but not nearly as healthy. So that's the only similarity. There was not a Chipotle that we could find on the map anywhere in our journey in the next hour anyway, and there was no way I was going to last that long without going to the bathroom, so we just did it all. The biggest problem is we were 7:27 arrival time. I had it taken down to 7:27, and now we're at 8:02. So we have enough gas. If we don't have to go to the bathroom for the next 7 hours and 23 minutes, we could get there without stopping. Doubt it's going to happen, but we'll give her hell. Just popped open one of my favorite snacks, Twizzlers. Not sponsored. Could be, though. The twisty kind that are like a bunch of little pull and peel. That's what it's called, pull and peel. It's literally like eating plastic, but that's going to be our first snack of the road trip. We did get done eating Taco Bell about 30 minutes ago, so we'll have to stop in 30 minutes or less, most likely. But what I wanted to say was, we filled up with fuel. We've been driving now for almost 40 minutes. We've gone 50 miles.
Close to 50 miles. Yeah.
Close to 50 miles. And my fuel, okay, when we got in the truck after fill up, 666 miles. Am I right, Greg?
Yep.
Okay. Right now, 50 miles worth of driving since we filled up, and I have a 660 fuel range. This truck is amazing with mileage. I am averaging right now 20.4 over the last 50 miles, which is probably pretty accurate because I got a 35-gallon tank. And Greg, if you do the math, 35 times 20, that's 700.
Yeah.
So 700 minus the 50 miles we've already gone is right about 650, and we have 660 left. 2020 diesel. I love my GMC. It's almost 7 years old, and I got a detail, which you can't really tell because we're full of stuff. For a birthday present, I got a detail gift card. What did I say the guy's name was in Dixon? Stephen Webster, I think. Yes. Integrity Detailing. Big shout out, not sponsored. He did an amazing job detailing the inside, the outside of my truck. Greg didn't even want to sit in his passenger seat because it was so clean. It feels like a brand new truck. I wouldn't say it smells like a new truck. It doesn't have that new truck smell, but it smells good.
It
smells like
a clean truck.
It smells like cherry Twizzlers.
Twizzlers right now, exactly.
Okay. 419 miles to go. We gonna be going into it?
Yeah, we're going into it.
Oh yeah. Great. Looks like my nice clean truck's gonna get a little dirty. Oh well. All right, two things. One, we got into the rain. It's been drizzling, raining, then drizzling and raining. But I also got stuck behind this dang car transport, which sucks. However, look at this. I am working towards the best average of this truck's life, which, believe it or not, the last time I hit that 25.2, Greg was also in the truck. Do you remember that, Greg?
Yep, into Iowa.
Yeah, we were into Iowa, headed out to deliver all those tools to the 1 million subscriber giveaway on YouTube. So stay tuned. We're going to kind of hang behind this. Oh, we don't want that. We're going to hang behind this transport. We got about 8 miles before our next turn. And we're gonna see if we can't get past this 25.2. So we're not far off. We'll see what happens. Very close. Almost hit the new high average best within 0.5 miles per gallon. But I got to turn right up here, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll find another sweet spot. But Greg, you said that this road was where you hit your high average.
The exact spot that I hit my average.
And you said you got stuck behind a truck.
Yep.
So look at that. I got stuck behind this stupid truck full of Jeeps. Hit 24.7. Still not bad for a 3500 diesel, huh? Not bad.
We're almost
there. Oh my God, guys. Look at this. We are almost there. We did it! We did it! Dude, I just took a phone call and with a subcontractor. I was on the phone, not paying attention. I get off the phone. Greg is like, look at this. 25.3. That's a new record. I mean, just saying it right now. 2020, 7-year-old, 100,924 miles, and I just hit my best average of 25.3. I might see it go 25.4. We're hitting at 29 right now. No, we got a hill. I got 0.6 miles till I change and turn to another road. I'm at 25.3, best average now. Insane. I just had to take that hill. That really killed me. I'm turning right up here. Let's just see if we hit anything before. Oh, I gotta get in the left lane.
Yeah.
Come on, just give me a 25.4.
How about 25.5? Like
yeah, that would feel a little bit better. 25.4. 25.4. Now we're gonna increase our speed because we're headed to the highway. Well, it took about 10 hours, but we finally hit our first traffic in Little Rock, just outside of Little Rock, right, Greg?
Yep.
We're headed west to Texarkana, and we got 194 miles left, and we're on this road for 192 of it. So this is kind of our last big road. If anybody's really curious, the fuel average has dropped down to 22.5, which ain't bad. And yep, my tire pressure monitor system light is still on over here. But this was down to 740 something and we hit this traffic. So hopefully we get through it decently and we beat 8 o'clock. That would be nice. That would be my goal, to get down there by 8 o'clock. But we still only got one stop in us.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm going to make it 3 more hours without going to the bathroom, but
it's possible.
it is possible. It is possible. I suppose it's a good time to open the snack bag that my wife got us.
Some caramel and cheese mix.
Okay.
Popcorn.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like we got some jerky, some Cheez-Its.
Oh yeah, that's beefcake jerky. I just got a bundle from my buddy Flair.
Do not separate.
Yeah, that's one of everything.
Twizzlers.
I eat that stuff like it's my job.
Corn nuts.
Yeah, those are mine.
Yeah, I don't want corn nuts. Cheddar cheese combos.
I'm okay with combos as long as they're the pretzels. Are they pretzels or are they the cracker style?
No,
okay, good.
Pretzels.
I like pretzels.
So there's that. Looks like we've got some sour
Yeah.
Starbursts.
Wait, sour Starburst?
Starburst.
No, those are gummies,
No,
right?
Yeah, just gummies. Yep,
Okay.
Not sour.
I'm not a huge gummy fan, but that's okay. Do we have like regular? Yes. I love that plastic.
The minis.
Yes, dude, it's great because they're unwrapped.
And then it looks like that is it.
All right, so I figured, if you're going to document the highs, you also got to talk about the lows. And we just celebrated the highest 50-mile average in this truck. However, I think we're celebrating like the lowest 50-mile average. What in the absolute? This is what I hate about diesel trucks after, I don't know what year it was, but death and all the emissions crap. This thing is doing like a regen right now. Look at that 50-mile average garbage. I'm getting 12 miles, 11 miles to the gallon right now. I'm on flat ground going 77, which is not slow by any means, but I was getting 20 miles average, same speed, just a little while ago. That sun ray coming through. It's just, Greg's right. The sky just looks bigger down here in Texas. The sun rays are bigger. Just really is beautiful. I mean, Texas has got everything. This is amazing. Look at that. Mount Pleasant. That is our destination, but not our exit. We're going to keep going down the road just a little bit. Free enchiladas tomorrow, dude. We'll come back tomorrow. There we go. This is the humble abode for the night. Rated #1 in Mount Pleasant. This Hampton Inn and Suites. We're going to check it out. And look at that. We made it 7:49. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm gonna go check into the hotel, find some food, and we'll be back in the morning to start our journey and the reason we came all the way to Texas. So, I don't know. I want to leave the truck. I'm kind of enjoying it,
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. All right, Hampton Inn, you were good to us. We stayed safe. Got a decent night's sleep, good breakfast, decent breakfast, and now we're headed over to our destination. We're headed to Diamond C, and we're gonna go through some factory tours. We're gonna take a look at what goes into making the trailer that I'm picking up, that I've not yet paid for but purchased. And one thing I want to note real quick, okay, just because I'm like a squirrel or I got ADHD, look at this Makita battery powered. Okay, here's the crazy thing. I plugged this in on the ride down because you can plug it into 9-volt, but then last night I put batteries in it. I got two 5-amp batteries. This is still at 39 degrees. And Greg, look at my battery power.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It doesn't charge the batteries if it's plugged in, does it?
I don't think so. What if it's just been running off my...
That's what I'm wondering.
Like the batteries are showing, but it's just been running off my truck battery the whole night. And then the truck won't even start this morning.
That'd be big rips.
I did bring an impact wrench. I brought a socket set. I got... what'd I say? I've got a jump pack and I've got a...
So we might need that jump pack.
A tire inflator just in case as we're hauling this trailer hopefully home we have no problems, but you never know. So all right, let's go check out Diamond C, man. Oh yeah, no problem. So unfortunately at this point I realized just how loud the production floor actually was, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to film with much talking, if any, while we walk through any of the 4 manufacturing facilities that Diamond C runs in Mount Pleasant, Texas. They started the tour in their newest facility that houses some of the largest lasers and presses I've personally ever seen. The team members basically just load all the fresh parts off the laser into a jig, and the robot ensures a perfect, consistent weld every time without any team member fatigue or potential mistakes. All right, so we're on to our 3rd stop on the Diamond C tour. We've been through their high-tech laser building. We've been to their I-beam fabrication building, which I couldn't really record much because they actually just, we were told, awarded a patent on, I think, the design of how they're putting together these things. So I couldn't show that, but just know that it's pretty much next level as far as building and fabricating your own engineered beam versus just using structural steel. So now we're at the third facility, which is quite large, and I think we're going to see some dump trailers get built. I assume that because I'm looking at some on the trailer. Are you learning anything about trailers?
Learning a lot.
Yeah?
Too much.
Too much for your brain?
My brain can't handle it all.
Dude, maybe we should start building trailers.
Just go for it.
And put like little post frames on them and then ship them across the world. The third building we traveled to on our tour was building their extremely popular dump trailers. It's pretty cool seeing how they just started welding up frames, installing boxes. Every trailer just rolled from station to station, and the number of welding machines that I saw throughout this place was absolutely mind-blowing. So this is what a finished dump trailer looks like just prior to powder coat and final assembly. All right, getting in the truck, and we're gonna head to the last facility. I think they called it Headquarters, HQ. I'm excited to see my trailer, okay? The fit and finish of these trailers is way better than I anticipated. When I decided to get a Diamond C, I did not go to a dealership and like look at trailers. I did my research, I talked to people that owned them, and then I talked to Diamond C about which trailer specifically would fit my needs, because I had this massive gooseneck from PJ, it served its purpose, and I knew I didn't need that massive of a trailer again. So I said, hey, what trailer do I need? And that's what I did. Nothing bigger, nothing smaller, hopefully the perfect trailer, but I am excited to see it. And I want to see the color because it's not just a black trailer. So this final facility on our tour is what Diamond C calls their HQ. It's basically their main campus, and it's where it all started. All the big trailers are made here, including the trailer I was here to pick up. The HXD has become so popular, they've literally kicked out the other trailer lines, and this building is just producing these types of trailers. It was really cool to see what goes into the trailer frame and all the components in their raw form before a finished product is delivered. We then saw the massive powder coat line where all these trailers get finished, and if I remember correctly, the team members have roughly 20 minutes or so once the trailer comes out of that furnace to install all of its components. The trailer's then off to get decked, finished, and they individually weigh and assign the GVW to each trailer tag. Production and assembly is cool, and I'm glad to have seen what goes into a trailer, but now I want to see my finished trailer, so let's head over and take a look. All right, we just left the little group because we're headed down to the dealer where my trailer's sitting, and Jacob, who is actually one of the owners, sons of the original owner, so he's second generation, he slipped me a video of the trailer, which I wish he wouldn't have because I kind of got to see what it looked like. I know it's just a trailer. You guys are like, dude, what's the big deal? What I saw looked pretty sweet.
It's going to be very sweet.
And so Greg is driving right now. We're going to head down there and yeah, take a look at this trailer, see what it's all about. So I'm with Jacob, and Jacob, I actually hadn't met Jacob until just today, really.
Today.
But I've seen him on the internet because he has been talking about Diamond C and their trailers, and I had heard about Diamond C, but I'd never actually seen one in person. And I'm not going to say I kind of took a leap of faith, but I did my research, and it sounded like they built what I wanted, high quality. And instead of just ordering one, I reached out to Jacob and I said, man, let me come down. I want to see the facility. I want to see what you guys are doing. And they just let me and Greg run through their boot camp. And now we're down at, this is your guys' dealership?
Yep.
Okay. And Jacob, just give me a real quick, I've already heard it, but for the listeners here or the people watching, what's the history of Diamond C, man?
Yeah, so it is the kind of the American dream in essence.
Nice.
And my parents started Diamond C in our backyard in '85, merely just a way to put food on the table. My mom had some experience in the trailer industry at that time, which the trailer industry was in its infancy back in the '80s. And so my dad had a little body work and kind of was all about aesthetics and quality and things, and it ended up morphing into a formidable business, over the years. And me and my brother now have been at it for a decade and a half since, and so yeah, family-owned business started in the backyard, and now just a business that's driven by people and innovation, really.
See, the innovation is what kind of brought me to Diamond C, because as you guys know in post frame, like, we try to make it better, do something different, not just status quo, and that's what you guys are doing with trailers.
Yeah.
Like, everything is like, that's sweet, I like that, but let's go over, dude. Show me this trailer, because Jacob did kind of persuade me to do a couple features that I didn't know that I wanted.
Yeah.
But now that I've learned through boot camp about things, I'm really pumped that I did it.
Yeah.
This is the one I custom ordered almost 6 months ago, and it doesn't normally take that long, but specifically there were some options that I wanted on here that were still kind of in the process. Things like this has the ABS on the brakes, analog brakes, which you may be saying, why do you need ABS on a trailer? There's a lot of reasons, and I learned a lot about that, and I'm very glad that I went with that. So I've also got the hydraulic jacks up here in the front. So I've got, let me see in my pocket here, I've got this little guy, and there, hitting the wrong button, Kyle, to do everything right here from the remote control, which is awesome. But I've also got the Pro Tilt, which allows me to do my tilt bed either through just straight gravity, which is what I'll do most of the time, but I can also flip this lever down here, and I can use the hydraulics to either tilt it up or down. You'll notice the aluminum plating here for the deck. That reduced the weight of this trailer significantly, well, enough, you know, I mean, the whole thing is the lighter the trailer weighs without losing any strength and integrity, the more you could haul, and the cheaper it costs to haul this down the road because it's less weight. One thing that Diamond C does is every trailer is going to be weighed independently once it is done. It's not just a generic weight tag. So if you add options onto the trailer, like maybe you add a winch up here, maybe you add the aluminum decking versus the wood, they're going to give you your specific exact weight so you don't have to guess, and you know exactly how much weight you can haul. This has twin 10K axles. It's got cool little features like just right here. My steps, I can bring them out, I can put them away. We've got the solar power up front that is charging my lithium batteries. I wanted lithium because we're in cold weather. The trailer sometimes sits for an extended period of time, and I don't want my battery being dead when I need it most, right? Here's inside my box. You can see my lithium here. It's got all these smart controls up here so I can see what the status of my batteries are. We got the NACO maintainer charger. We've got, this is the wireless system that I use to control the hydraulic jacks. It's pairing to this remote control. And then we've also got just a regular wired remote that we could use if we really want to. And plug that sucker in. Look at this, we got this nice curved lid, just looks really slick. These wheel wells, these are engineered to drive over, so that's probably what we'll do when we haul the big scissor lift. We'll just drive this right over. And then another cool thing, which I don't know that it's like, you know, crazy, but it's pre-designed and pre-engineered and pre-built for a winch, as well as we've got nice chain storage up here, spare tire. Yes, also could put a toolbox up here. We've got some lights that we can turn on if we're hauling or loading or unloading in the dark, which, believe it or not, I do often, because it seems like sometimes the end of the day is the only time I get to finish up moving equipment around. You know, Diamond C is just like the next level. A lot of people make nice trailers, just like what I would say a lot of people make nice buildings. Greg and I try to go to the next level, a little bit more detail, something that just sets you apart from the others. Things like our one-piece trims on our doors. Look at this. Do you see these stickers? Like, who's putting these like 3D stickers on a trailer? These probably add cost, and they're not even important from the fact that they don't make the trailer better, but it just looks cool. And hey, at the end of the day, I always say if you can't be good, look good. But I think Diamond C does kind of both of those. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna haul this for the first time. I've got 800 miles to go. It's probably gonna be a little rough, even though we've got a little upgraded gooseneck attachment with the Curt. It's supposed to soften up that ride a little bit. But we don't have a load on this thing. It's rated for 20,000 pounds, or actually 23,000 pounds. I can haul about 18,000 on this with the way it is built, what it weighs, what it's rated for. It can haul about 18,000 pounds. So I'm excited. I'm gonna haul it for the first time, 800 miles, get a little intimate with it, and Greg's even gonna drive it home a little bit so I can take a little nap. So awesome. Work trailers, they're in Mount Pleasant. That's where we picked this up at. So go check them out if you're interested in a Diamond C. They got them like all over. Look at this. And they got some crazy colors. The one thing I also learned is Diamond C's are like built to order. So you basically can go on their website, spec it all out, boom, order it right there, shows up to your dealer, and you're good to go. So anything I missed, Greg?
Maybe, but we can always get into it later on.
What'd I miss?
We'll just talk about like the paint, the warranty.
Oh yeah, paint, warranty, yeah. We can talk about that a little more. Let's get this on the road and see how she hauls. All right, just got to the hotel for the night. We did about 300 miles. And I just wanted to show you guys, because at nighttime it's a different story. Two things. First off, you know, nice LED lights, you know, but check out this. These are the like loading, unloading lights. You can move them, position them. That's, oh golly, Greg.
That's one, dog.
That's just one. Turn that other one on there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I really like that. Go ahead and turn those off, Greg. I can't see nothing. But the other thing is we're pulling in, and we've been driving 70, 75 miles an hour down the highway. I didn't really hear it, but we got off the highway, and this thing was making a ton of noise. And I had Greg get out and look at it, and he's like, oh, it's just the tilt deck is like bouncing when we hit bounce it, you know.
And bumps.
Yeah, the tilt deck is just like bouncing every time we hit a bump. Well, when I put it down at Diamond C, I didn't do it with the hydraulics. I just, right here, okay, I closed, or I opened up this valve, which allowed me to just gravity drop it back down by standing on it, and it didn't like secure. So when I put the latch in, it was still loose. So I just turned the hydraulic valve open, had Greg raise it, lower it, and now this sucker is, it's solid.
Doesn't rattle no more.
Yeah, so I'm learning, but it rode really nice. It felt good. I got about 14 miles of the gallon empty, when on the way down we were averaging like 19 to 20. So still 5,500 pounds behind the truck. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and head in, get some rest, because tomorrow morning we've got what, 500 miles?
Yeah, 500 miles in about 10 hours.
Yeah, 500 miles, 10 hours, but she pulls really nice.